There are only 3 duels left before the 2019 preseason tournament will guarantee one team a spot in the 2019 main games, along with last year's top 4. Today, we have another veteran versus rookie matchup with 2 intense rivals, each of which know the taste of defeat, but neither of them will quit. Which one of them will alter their fate today and become the victor in our next duel? This is Professor CC19, and welcome to the 2019 ALG Olympics preseason duels number 8, Commander versus Leader. And just as I always do, I'm going to hit the play button and allow the marbles to mix in the starting gates while I talk about today's competitors, beginning this time with the veteran of this matchup, Leader. Leader is the third in the lineup for the Crimson Crusaders, and he's really the only marble on the team that hasn't gotten really any attention. He hasn't competed as much as his teammates Warrior, Voyager, and Conqueror. Conqueror, of course, gets the most attention because he's the only marble on the team who has performed well enough to earn a medal. In fact, the team's only medal, bronze from Event 6 last year. And as soon as Conqueror became the team captain, he led the Crimson Crusaders to a win in 2018 Captain's Creed. And it was a pretty dominant win, too, 5 points clear of the team who came in second place, the Black Knights. Voyager, of course, gets attention because he was last year's team captain. But really, Leader hasn't competed as much. We didn't see him as much in the 2018 games. And being third in the lineup, he's kind of an unknown factor for the Crimson Crusaders. Of course, the Crimson Crusaders got 15th, which is the penultimate position on the roster of the final stats of 2018, earning only 66 points throughout the course of the 2018 games, finishing in 15th place a total of 3 times, finishing in 16th place, which is last once, and they were only 2 points clear of Strawberry Streamers, who got dead last. So Crimson Crusaders, although they are one of the fan favorites, aren't very successful as a team. They are looking a lot better, however, in 2019. Like I said, they got a win with Conqueror as the team captain in Captain's Creed. They also did really well in the Thanksgiving special. This is the first time we're seeing them in 2019, however, so we'll have to see how it goes for them. And their opponent today is Commander of the Aquamarines, one of the rookie teams. And when you look at the rookie teams, you have the ones that stand out, who are very successful, like the Gold Globes, doing very well, succeeding at pretty much everything they've done so far. And then you have teams like the Aquamarines, who have been a bit lacking when it comes to good performances. Although Strawberry Streamers and Crimson Crusaders were veteran teams that did not perform very well, being a rookie team and not performing well is kind of even worse because they haven't proved themselves at all. Aquamarines have competed, I believe, 3 times so far. They got in the bottom half in Thanksgiving Special. They finished last place in Newcomers Captain's Creed, and they finished in the bottom 3 in the Mega Bowl Brawl. We haven't seen Commander compete yet. Being a new team, that we haven't seen them compete very much at all. But the Aquamarines definitely have more to prove today. They have to prove that they actually are good competitors and can defend themselves against all the veteran teams when it comes to the preseason tournament and the qualifications. So far, the Aquamarines haven't proved anything, really. Today is their perfect opportunity. So we have 2 marbles with a lot to prove. Haven't been that successful in the past. They are big rivals. Aquamarines and Crimson Crusaders, Commander and Leader. Who will be the winner in duel number 8? We're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, duel number 8 has begun. It looks like these 2 are almost simultaneous getting out of the starting gates. Aquamarine's going to be the first ones down into that second bowl. Now, after the crazy racing of duel number 7 with Wisteria and Sequoia, I'm honestly hoping that we can get more of a traditional race this time for duel number 8. And it looks like Crimson Crusaders are going to take the lead back out of the second bowl. This seems to be a bit more traditional race. These 2 aren't as incredibly quick as the 2 in the last race were. However, we did see a lot of firsts in the last race. Both of these marbles taking the yellow bowl, well, that's not a first. We've seen that quite a few times before. It seems like that is the favorite pathway of the 3 out of free fall. These two keeping it pretty close, though. Aquamarines pulling their weight pretty well against Crimson Crusaders, especially since, as I said before, they haven't been very successful in the past. Really, neither of these teams have been. Alright, we're switching, going back and forth down the slalom, and Aquamarines give a little nudge, and they take the lead. Alright, now we're going into this rock climbing section. It is unpredictable, like this course is in general. Aquamarines looks like they're keeping their lead, just a little bit over Leader, but now look at this. Leader gives a good nudge. Aquamarines fall all the way back down. Oh, that is heartbreaking for Commander of the Aquamarines. The rivalry lives on, but that really was a dirty move by Crimson Crusaders. Leader pulled off the perfect move to give them a huge lead, and I think that might have just decided this race. However, stranger things have happened before. We have seen marbles actually fall off this ladder and go all the way back down, like we saw with Forsters in the last race. However, that is pretty rare. Really, anything can happen, but Crimson Crusaders going pretty quickly up this ramp. I think this is going to be a runaway race, and a disappointment for the Aquamarines. Alright, Aquamarines still are in this. It looks like they could challenge if they stick this right here. Crimson Crusaders pretty much done with this course, however. It's going to come down to the last second. Will it work? Not quite. Alright. Well, this race was more traditional, not as exceptional, not as outrageous as our last duel was. One new thing was Aquamarines got a pretty good launch off this ladder, went all the way back to this rebound, this backdrop here. We haven't seen that before. Unfortunately for them, this race was just out of their grasp. Congratulations to Leader of the Crimson Crusaders for pulling off the victory and proving that the Crimson Crusaders can continue on their roll of success in 2019. Alright, here we have Leader of the Crimson Crusaders claiming the gold and the win in duel number 8. And their move during that rock climbing section was really the perfect move, which allowed them to take the lead and turn this race into a lock game, just barely. Aquamarines were able to make it into the final bowl in time, they just weren't able to get the collision. So this race winds up being a big disappointment for the Aquamarines, especially since this is the final appearance of any of the rookie teams in the 2019 preseason duels. The final two duels, 9 and 10, will be between veteran teams from last year. And really, Aquamarines tried their best. They gave it their all in this race. They almost came back at the end, but that lead was just too much to overcome. Crimson Crusaders, the veteran team, get the win here. Alright, so there are only 2 duels left. Today is March 9th, 2019, duel number 8, and I've worked out a calendar because after those last 2 duels, there is the 2019 preseason tournament. And I am pleased to announce that the preseason tournament for 2019 will be released April 13th, 2019. It is going to be one long video, a complete tournament bracket featuring 12 veterans ranked 5th through 16th last year, and the 4 new teams introduced for this year. So it's one long video, April 13th. Stay tuned for more information. I have said before, it will be run on the course which we use today and for all the preseason duels. So if you found today's race exciting and fun to watch, please subscribe. If you want to see the 2018 main games, if you haven't yet, you can find the link to it in the description. If you have any comments, concerns, ways I could improve this race, or just cheering for your favorite team, please leave a comment below. I love when you do so. And as always, thanks so much for watching.